from Akademiks, and check it out now, man. Now, didn't I tell y'all? Remy Ma, you know you fucked up, right? You dropped that another one joint. It made you seem thirsty for beef, and it was whack, okay? You gave Nicki the out she needed when it came to either responding or crawling out of the motherfucking burning building, okay? Now, if you guys don't know, Nicki Minaj dropped 3 tracks last night, and I got a lot of thoughts about them. I mean, you guys should go listen to them. LateNightCreeps.com should have them. However, here's the thing. First of all, there's a track called No Regrets in Your Tears. It's definitely written by Party Next Door. Okay, I don't care what he say, what she say, what anybody says, what somebody else say. That was written by him. Okay, now good for her utilizing OVO Sweatshop. Anyway, she dropped 2 other records. One called Changed It with her and Wayne. And I gotta say, man, and by the way, this is kind of leaking into what I'm going to really think about Nicki as a entire artist right now. Like, Nicki just not progressing. Like, are we hearing the bars Nicki's putting out? Are we hearing the music? Like, Nicki, by the way, she sounds like 21 Savage on the track. However, Nicki's just not doing anything, man. I'm sorry to say she's not evolving. She's not progressing. The same thing with Wayne, even though I believe Wayne is a legend who's given us so much great material that we always got to give him another chance. Now, let's get to the track in question. The track in question is called No Frauds. It got Drizzy and it got Wayne on it. Now, listen, it's no surprise here. Drake carries these 2 motherfuckers on the track. He has the best verse. But if you listen to Nicki's verse, you could tell, man, she tried to do the obvious move. And again, like, it was so much pressure on her to respond. How the fuck could she respond? A lot of people wanted her to get in the mud and start having a mudslinging contest. But she's trying to, like, beef and still, like, snipe from the clouds, right? People really wanted, or I think the only way people would accept her or sponsor her in terms of just straight bars, she might have to get over the Shook One instrumental and drop a dope-ass freestyle, because anything else, people are looking like what the fuck? Now, number one, she got a couple points taken off because she went to get Drake and Lil Wayne for a song that she was going to go at Remy in, okay? We got to take points off of that, right? Because the same thing Meek did when he went to get O'Malley and, of course, Beanie, right? So, I got to take points off of that, but I got to say, man, just reading the bars and even just listening to her bars that was going at Remy, she ain't built for Remy right now. I got to be honest with you. Bars-wise, she can't keep up. Now, by the way, the song is dope. This is a dope song. I've never seen a just flat-out whack song by Wayne, Nicki, and Drake. However, the bars, man, cringy as a motherfucker. Okay, do you want me to go through them? Do you? Hold up. Okay, let's go through this shit, because this is the best bar or the best line she got at motherfucking Remy. She says this, right? And by the way, this is all her material. You know, when you go and you're about to insult somebody or you're about to roast somebody, your material is what you see that's blatantly a flaw with them. Okay? You got to focus on that, and you got to keep digging, and really till you get to gold or you get to water, whatever you want to say. Now, this is what she said. She said, what type of bum bitch shoot a friend over a rack? What type of mother leave her son over a stack? And I think that's the cut that probably will cut deepest on this track, because, yeah, Remy Ma did shoot her friend / manager years ago over like a couple $1,000, and that's why she went to jail for like 8 years. By the way, before, she was poised to be like the chick in the game, right? Or one of the hottest chicks in the game, but then she shot herself out that position. Now, the subsequent line, what type of mother leave her son over a stack? Yeah, right? Talking about being an example for kids, right? Remy, you are not being a good example for your child when you would go to jail over like 1,000 and leave your child for years on end without a mother. That was a rib shot, okay? Now, this is the critique of the rest of the verse. The bars are weak. Yo, I'm looking at it. First of all, Nicki got to stop with these cringy punchlines. Like, some of these cringy punchlines is like, what the fuck? Now, let me just read some of this shit, okay? And maybe I'm not as animated in reading it as she tries to be to make you think they're bars, but listen, there are no bars, okay? She says, all my real niggas down the ride, throw your jixes up. I ain't in the projects, but all my bricks is up. You can't be Pablo if your work ain't selling. What the fuck is this bitch inhaling? I would have helped you out. That pit you fell in. I'm the generous queen. Ask Miss Helen. Come on, what the fuck? Bruh. Yo. Is this what's hot? Is this the queen? Nah, this not the queen. No, this not even the princess. No, this can't even be the jester. No, this is peasant bars. What are we talking about, man? This shit sound cringy. You could tell she's already struggling to make the shit fit. This is not queen-like material. Okay? This is, come on, okay? when we broke down Remy Ma's track, right? She had double entendres. Maybe the flow could have been better. And I'll give it to her, right? The flow could have been better on Sheether. However, she had double entendres. She had dope bars. She had bars that was hitting all over the place. Like, you could tell if it was a prize fight. You could tell. Yo, she was getting hit by left hooks, motherfucking uppercuts, maybe a elbow, a clothesline. She don't know what the fuck hitting her. But this shit, I'm like, yo, that's kind of cringy. This ain't the type of beef you mentioned Ellen in. Ain't nobody trying to hear about no Ellen niggas. Yo, come on. This that beef, you might have to mention some hood niggas. You might have to mention some ratchet bitches, okay? Nobody want to hear about no Ellen, right? Again, she's trying to snipe from the clouds. Now, this is where you realize Nicki's game plan. Nicki's game plan was not to respond to Sheether, people. Nicki's game plan was actually seeing a opening with another one and trying to capitalize and clown it. You know why? You know how I know this? Because her verse don't even address Sheether. It tries to focus on another one. You know what she said after that? Try to drop another one. You was itching to scrap. You exposed your ghostwriter. Now you wishing you scrapped. Heard your pussy on yuck. I guess you needed a pap. Come on, people. So we gonna act like Sheether ain't existing. I did say that Remy fucked up by dropping that, but Sheether's still here. All right? Now, she even came back and mentioned again by saying, back to back? Oh, you mean back to whack, back to back? Me and Drizzy laughed at that. Oh, get out of here. You gonna drag Drizzy into your beef, yo? You stop it. I keep telling y'all, man, Meek and Nicki the same person. Same motherfucking person. Always trying to drag somebody into their beef. She was dragging Beyonce like last week. Now she dragging Drake. Come on. Okay? Drake ain't had one motherfucking line in his verse defending you. Okay? To keep it real, he gave you the fucking Young Money annual stimulus package to basically prolong your run. Okay? I'm sorry to say. At this point, Nicki ain't on Drake's level. Nicki needed a stimulus package from Drake. Now, let me continue reading. Right? And again, some of these lines will go over people's heads. They'll go over people's heads, and that's why people like the petty and the silly insults, right? Again, the reason why people like Hit 'Em Up, Back to Back, and even songs like Ether, the original song, is because it's stating obvious, and it's also like just schoolyard disses, like some elementary school shit, saying obvious shit. Yo, with whiskers like a rat compared to beans, you whack. Right? Yo, you got dick sucking lips. You 36 in a karate class. You Tabo ho trying to work it out. Come on, right? Then you think about Hit 'Em Up. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Then you think about Back to Back. Is that a world tour? Your girl tour? Silly and simple insults. So when Nicki says in her verse, right? She says, yo, listen, I never signed a 360, bitch, you wild dumb. That's why Jay ain't clear his verse for your album. That shit goes over people's heads. I kind of get it, but that shit goes over people's head like, what? Come again? What? People don't really get that shit. Clear his verse. What verse? Connect the dots. Like, is this Connect 4? Tic-tac-toe? Like, we don't get the diss, bitch. Right? And then I didn't sign a 360. Well, listen, to the outside crowd, people don't even know the difference between a 360 and you signed to 5 niggas. Right? So that again, while it is a good diss, once if you understand, that is not petty enough for the audience that wants her to respond to Sheether. They want just simple shit. Right? Now, she did mention in, yo, she called her Shanae, right? She said, Shanae, you're a fraud committing perjury. And that was a potent line because if Nicki is trying to maintain that everything was said on Sheether is a lie, she said, yo, you're a liar, right? And then she then mentions the surgery thing. She says, Remy, you had surgery too by saying Rod took you to her doctor, but you don't look like Rod left the operating table, still look like nah. Okay? But in totality, that's a dope song. Again, Drake saved it. But as a diss, that shit was whack. Whack. I gotta say, as a diss, it was whack. Really made me start questioning, and I feel like we're seeing a chink in Nicki's armor. And I mean, she had another song, I think it was Changing, where she's talking about like she's the queen and she's Jordan, and she loves comparing herself to like basketball players. And I'm not gonna lie, like I just didn't even want to hear it. I had to cut it off. I didn't want to hear you talking that queen shit when the shit sound this cringy. I'm like, yo, you're not no queen. Yo, queen of what? Like, queen of what? Okay, so I think it's a dope song. Again, it's already breaking numbers, right? And it's like #1 everywhere, and she's excited about it. But it's like a diss. Nah. By the way, I'm gonna give Remy some advice. Don't drop no more diss tracks. Yo, People are going to remember Sheetha. Let the fans do the talking and let the memes and social media hold Nicki accountable. You fucked up by dropping another one. If you drop like another one after another one, you will then be just fucking up yourself. Don't be thirsty for beef. The fans and people who have been skeptical at her calling herself queen will hold her accountable that she either got to step her game up or people start looking towards you. All right, you guys be the judge, man. Go listen to both tracks here on Tidal. Apple Music should be on Late Night Creeps as well. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe, follow me on social media at I'm Akademiks on Twitter, and you know it's spelled differently on Instagram. I'm out.